it's quite interesting because you say operational culture and technology, and they all feed into each other, because there is a question that I've been asked before, is like, which one do you do first? And I kind of think it needs to be that incremental, and we'll talk about agile as well, but it's kind of they need to kind of evolve to keep up with that from an operational standpoint. You know, we talked earlier about how the processes are not necessarily customer centric, but how they're driven by either the way the company has evolved or the constraints of the technology around them. Again, the culture, we're quite a risk averse industry. So playing on that, and we're always focusing on that growth element, what's good for the shareholder, what's good for the bottom line. So changing to that customer centricity. And the technology piece as well, which is kind of, you know, agile. Again, we talk a good game, but as I mentioned to you earlier, you know, 2-week sprints does not agile make. The reason we try and deliver agile is not to have scrums every morning or to kind of have stand-ups and, you know, and point everything and have a backlog. It really, those are the kind of the mechanisms to get you to deliver value to your customer as soon as possible. And the reason you do that every 2 weeks or whatever is so that you go, I'm going to put that out there. What's the feedback I'm getting it? Is it meeting the KPI I imagined it's going to? No, let's track, let's follow that. And that is that kind of direct relationship, your product owner having the direct relationship to that product. And, you know, that product owner really needs to live and breathe the product to understand or the value stream, and kind of getting that iterative feedback, getting those prototypes out there and just gradually building and working on that. And then, you know, if we deliver something like that, that allows our operations to kind of evolve their target operating model. And as we were saying earlier, you know, if you weren't limited by the technology, would you go about your day-to-day differently? Do they spend, you know, 10 tasks over here in this system, 10 tasks over here in this system? If that barrier was completely removed, would they just go, okay, I'm going to focus on Bob today, and completely do that whole process focused on that customer centricity? So I think, you know, we don't know until we kind of start to get in there and start to pull apart the as is versus the to be. But I think having your customer at the heart of that, and what service you're delivering for them and focusing it around their persona is priceless for that.